at the GJ Gardner Holmes Nelson Super Slam, obviously here in Nelson. We've got Tom Hartles and Alani Nicklin,
Yep.
and Mike Watson and Johan Timmer. Uh, Two very strong teams again, so we might be in for another very exciting final.
Yeah, I think we've, as in the women's final that's just finished 10 minutes ago, we've got the top 2 seeds have made it through in the men's competition. I'm expecting fireworks, Libby, in this game.
Yeah.
We'll just introduce ourselves. Brendan Crichton here from Fantastic Nelson, and Libby from the Naki.
Libby Horton all the way from the Naki.
We'll try and entertain you as much as what we can today. But this is the final game of what's been a fantastic weekend here in Nelson, with over 40 teams participating in the first 5-star event of the tour of 4 here in New Zealand. Conditions for the final is actually starting to get a little bit overcast, but really it has hardly changed all day. The breeze has turned around a little bit from this morning, which was a westerly, if you know Nelson, to a bit more of a northerly. But really, I don't think the players could argue about the conditions they've had this weekend, and today especially.
So currently being called on the court was just Tom Hartles as number 1 and Alani Nicklin as number 2. Here we have as opposition Mike Watson, all the way from Tauranga he is, and Johan Timmer from Auckland.
I think we were both commentating in the semis for these teams, and I think, without being too disrespectful, Mike would be the veteran of the scene at the moment, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
And Mike and Johan were last year's winners, so they'll be looking to go back-to-back here. I'm not sure if Tom and Alani were down here last year, actually. But I'm sure they'll be wanting to take the Nelson Summer Slam title off Mike and Johan.
Straight off the bat, Mike with the very tough serve, and then Yowie just getting up there.
Yep, he would love that. Love that. Johan is his first free point, just dumping it back down into space there on the sand.
Once again, all very experienced players. Spending a lot of time overseas, this lot. Due to COVID, a lot of the summer overseas, Tom and Alani spend travelling, doing all the different tours, and this year they got quite stuck at home, which sent them into the indoor court.
Oh, it's still great to have these players around.
Yeah, it's awesome.
On our local volleyball scene, with all the great work that VNZ does as well. Just having the best players in the country at this time of the year is also fantastic.
We've got Johan also, who was on scholarship, I believe. I want to say Hawaii. I could
Correct.
be very wrong.
He was at the University of Hawaii.
Yeah. Came back and has just been on the beach circuit since. Mike Watson, he has been here forever. He's been my coach. He's come to Thailand with me. Everyone knows who Mike is.
Mr. Beach Volleyball.
Yeah, very awesome player. He's been overseas countless times. Just going long there by Johan.
Just a steady start. Both teams feeling themselves out a little bit here. 2-2 in the early stages. Obviously a long way to go. But both teams will want to try and keep things tight and try and play some really good side-out beach volleyball. And there's that little sort of semi-quick that Johan and Mike run, and it was very well read by Tom and Alani. They obviously know each other very well looking at that.
Yes, again, they've played each other countless times, being obviously top 2 seeds. They come up against each other quite often in tournaments. They get to learn to know each other's game and how they play.
You see they repeated that same little set there, but Johan went with a cut instead of power then. So he'd obviously learned his lesson from getting stuff blocked the first time. A good jump serve there by Mike.
Ripping the top spin serve just down the line for our first side switch of the men's final.
Which coincided with our first ace.
Yes. So if you're new here, they switch sides every 7 points just to keep the advantage of either wind, sun, cloud, anything that can affect the ball or sight, just to keep the advantage of both teams equal.
A huge hit there from Hartles and Nicklin.
Some very big serves coming out. You're making great use of that wind
From
the north.
Another ace serve there. There's no chance of getting anything back off that. Going for an aggressive topspin jump.
Great read there. Awesome set, and Johan just gets up there.
A great rally. If we have that standard for this whole game, we're in for another treat here, like the women's final. And you'll notice with both these teams, their communication with each other, they're constantly talking, you know, every time they touch the ball, where they want their partner to put the next ball, what they should be doing with it. Got great understanding.
Huge thumper there.
You only get that from time together too, and you can see that both these teams have had that time together.
They say communication is key, and it definitely is on the volleyball court. When there's only two of you and you need to know where each other are and where to go.
Jump float tight down the line to Johan.
Slightly wide there. Johan just hits the ball off the antenna, which is classed as out in beach volleyball.
Yeah, just too big an angle for him to do much else with, unfortunately. Again, going for a reasonably aggressive serve, which is a good option early on in the set. Only just sat on the tape there. It could have dropped on either side. A bit unlucky there for Hartles and Nicklin.
Seeing again the high sets from Hartles and Nicklin, just like they were in the semi, their favourite things to do.
I suppose it gives the hitter time to get up there with the men. They've got a bit more hang time, survey what they want to do with it.
Especially being tall boys and long arms.
Yes, oh to be tall.
Yeah. Yowie just roofing that. Awesome read by him.
Yeah, just that set is just a little bit tight on the net, and Hartles and Nicklin couldn't do much with that other than just swing hard and hope. Johan just placed that block perfectly.
Bit of a shorter set there. The wind has been catching them slightly.
Sorry for that little bit of silence, just a few refreshments turning up for us here in the booth. Oh, massive. That's huge.
Bit of a classic. When that ball's in the right spot and Alani gets up on top of it, it's always going to see sand.
Yeah, it wouldn't even matter if you're in the right place. I don't think in the back court there, I don't think you do much with that.
Bit of a tight game, still early though. 9, make that 10-8.
Yeah, I'm expecting Louis this to be pretty tight all the way.
Yep.
They'll be matching brains and brawn together, these two teams. You might see the odd serve or two missed here, which we have. It's just because they know the importance of trying to put pressure on off the serve to restrict a good attack from the opposition.
Mike not knowing what to tell Johan there. It's in, it's out, or maybe in.
Thought they may have also got away with a bit of a net touch there, but didn't matter in the end. Just sort of a controlled jump serve into the corner. That light rolled down the line there that's just been missed a couple of times. Just probably going too tight on it. Do you think, Libby?
Yeah, it might have drifted or just set was just a bit too tight, leaving him not too much space when you're not trying to touch the net at the same time and get past the blocker.
And we've got a technical timeout here, which we have at 21 points at this level of volleyball. Gives the players just a bit of a time to, I don't know, wipe the sand out of your eyes and mouth and get a few refreshments on board, because she's certainly warm out there today. Just a little bit of a break here for Watson and Timmer. There hasn't been more than 2 points until that last point in the set. They've been very close.
Yeah, they've got a nice gap at the moment. Only 3 points. 3 points can mean a lot or not a lot, depending on how Hartles and Nicklin come out of this timeout.
We've got not really what Mike probably wanted out of a timeout. Didn't really give that a chance. It was a foot down the net. Not wanting to be too critical.
No. So it's
Tom here to serve.
Tom Hartles up. Bit of a jump float.
It's a very high set from Johan.
Yeah, another high set.
Very smart play from Mike though. Just using all 8 years of experience and knowledge there.
Yep, shows you don't always have to thump the ball. Those critical shots.
Hey, Libby, at the end of the day, a point's a point.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how you get them sometimes.
Can be pretty, can be ugly.
Oh, it's tight. Good save from Mike there.
Bit of a one-over push by Tom. But they managed to get the point, Johan and Mike.
Lani's working really hard on that block on Johan. If he gets him, it's definitely going to go straight down.
Oh, and there we go. There's another one. Awesome set by Tom there.
Yeah, not a lot to say there. I think actions speak louder than words on that.
Definitely.
They're just the ones you don't want to get in the face.
Yeah.
Again, Johan telling Mike what he wanted.
Yep.
Actually see in the men's final here there's a lot more setting than we'll get in the women's as well. Not quite sure why that is, but the women tend to like to bump set, pass set a lot, where the men certainly like to set a bit more. Just a little bit of a break here opening up with Watson and Timmer here. 5 points. They'll feel like they've got a little bit of control, but Tom and Alani,
they still look like they've got a bit of... They're bringing it back. Oh. Johan read that so well.
He's definitely the set been strong at the net, Johan. That's at least his third, if not fourth block that I can recall.
He is a very great blocker, Johan Timmer.
I think too, just some of those sets and second contacts just a little bit tight on the net at times. Mike putting a bit more into that Smart play there from Tom, just swinging hard on second contact. Doesn't give the opposition time to set up defensively. Tom reading that quite easily. Well, Lani's
Very
got that tight.
set. Bit of a joust. Might have been a net touch there actually. I seen it move a bit, but point goes to Mike and Johan.
Yeah, I did too, I think, but I'm not going to be critical. The officials
We're
have
not
been
the refs.
on the court in the sun and sand longer than anyone else this weekend.
Yeah.
In fact, Armin Svensberg, the second ref there today, he's been playing all weekend, actually took out the second division title, the oldest competitor here, so very good friend of mine. He'll be very sore tonight. I think he was even moaning today before he got down here, well in his 40s, so but we'll have a few celebration drinks tonight.
I think
to
so.
celebrate him winning and being an old man. So yeah, Watson and Timmer certainly have got, I think, a stranglehold on this set at the moment. They'll have to lower their level if Tom and Alani are going to get back into the set, I think, Libby.
Yep.
6 points when there's only 3 points left in the set is a lot to make up, especially at this level of volleyball.
Yep, Mike and Johan will just be going 1 point at a time. Nice.
That's what you want from a timeout. Just, take that point. It's the start of, hopefully, for Tom and Alani, start of a little bit of a comeback.
Switch to a bit of a more fast play there. Nice flat serve.
Actually, the serve receive from Mike and Johan has been very consistent this set, and it's made it very easy for them to side out. So Mike Watson up to serve again. Looks like he's going with his top spin jump serve.
Oh.
And a grunt. I think that grunt was all it needed. But again, it was that ace, but it was right down the seam, wasn't it? Right in the middle.
Yeah, it tags that back line. Pretty much the perfect serve.
Set point.
On two.
Tom did well there.
Did well to finish that point. So first set goes to Mike Watson and Johan Timmer.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean, tidy set from them. I think the level of volleyball they played there, they'd be really happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't think they need to change much. I think Tom and Alani, if they can just be a bit more consistent on serve receive, and then they can run those attacks. And we'll just go to an ad break and see you back at the start of the second set.
You know, there's a reason more customers choose one New Zealand company to build their homes. Trust.
GJ Gardner have worked up and down the country for over 20 years now.
And they've earned a solid reputation with Kiwis.
And you've just voted them Reader's Digest Most Trusted Home Builder again. So, if you're thinking about creating the home you've always wanted, talk to the team at GJ Gardner Homes, New Zealand's most trusted home builder, officially.
And we're back. Timeout's nearly over. We are here at Nelson for the men's final of the GJ Gardner Homes Nelson Super Slam. One of the four, actually the first of the 4 stops of the GJ Gardner tour. Next we're in Ruakaka, then we're in the Cathedral Square in Christchurch, and then finishing off with the finals in Mount Maunganui. We've got Tom Hartles to serve in the second set.
So we had a very clean and tidy first set from Watson and Timmer, so they'd be looking to continue that momentum into the set, but they haven't. no, but I think Tom and Alani, they're the ones that are really going to have to push in the set just to try and make a bit more of a game of it, and I'm confident they will here, Libby.
I think so. They'll be pushing hard to fight back for this one.
Yeah, they're too good a team not to, and too experienced as well. Again, I've got an awesome crowd here for this final. Good 200-300 people here sitting on the embankment. You can't see, there's a few grandstands behind us here. They're chocker with people as well. It's coming down to the end of what's been an awesome weekend of beach volleyball here in Nelson.
Yeah, full of great support.
Yeah, support all around, not just the sponsors, you know, big ups to the players as well, you know, turning up, coming down here. Hopefully they've had a good experience here in the beautiful Nelson and Tasman Bay region.
Well, as one of the players, I've certainly enjoyed my time here.
So Tom and Alani have got off to an okay start here, 2-1 up. He's gone for a short serve there, Alani, which we haven't seen a lot of, so maybe they've changed their game plan up at the start of the set.
Just a net touch by Mike there. Usually he'd be one to fight for those. Try to tell the ref that they're wrong, but he kept composed that one.
He must have known. It must have been that obvious.
Yep. That time he kept off the net and managed to get round the...
That was a great reach by Mike there, because he is a smaller man at the net, but he is quite explosive there in his timing.
Yep.
Not that we want to talk up Mike.
He'll love it, he'll love it.
Put up by Johan, that little short set
Yep,
again.
nice quick set.
Very hard to defend, especially in beach.
Gives the opposition less time to set up and certainly makes you feel very rushed.
Jump float by Johan.
Good decision there. Would have been very tough to try and set that for Tom.
Yeah, very smart play there by Alani. Knew exactly what he was doing, fully under control. Just said, I'll take that point, thank you very much.
They have the lead here at 3-4 switch.
Good heat on that topspin jump serve. Good chasing by Tom there.
Oh, absolutely so high of a set.
But a little bit of hang time there, which was nice to see in the sand.
Yep, managed to get on top of it and just wiped it off of Johan's block.
And that was a great point. I mean, the hustle from Tom there just to keep the ball alive, to even give them the chance to have a swing on that, was fantastic.
Nice communication there.
Certainly been a solid start by both teams to this set. Mike's been pretty consistent with that topspin jump serve into the corner.
Or bit of joust there. Mike gets it up, but
So actually we haven't seen too many unforced errors actually, and that was just
no. I think that might have been the first one nearly.
I don't know, Mike's not looking happy. He doesn't want to get distracted with other things.
No.
I'm probably wrong. I really wish I was capable of out there playing at this level.
It's alright. Took his frustration out on the line hit.
Yeah, a bit of real estate down there. Even though Tom saw it and he was trying to get there, but it's just a little bit too much heat on the hit. Well, Johan going for a topspin jump serve. He hasn't done that all game. obviously trying to use that wind that he's hitting into there.
Just hooking it a bit long and wide there.
Yeah, good serve by Tom. It was the right idea by Tom. He had to swing on that because he was touch off the block, and Alani had played it, so they only allowed three touches, and he had no choice. It's a bit of risk reward there.
There's also the part of wanting to be aggressive. There's no point putting something easy over for either teams.
You're right, Libby. At this level, wasting time, you're just going to get it banged straight back at you.
Yeah. Switching ends here, and Tom Hartles and Alani Nicklin are up this.
So we've got Alani up to serve here. Little jump float, cross court. Oh, great up by Tom. Just a bit unlucky there. I think it just clipped the outside of the pins with the aerial.
Yep. Just nicked the aerial, so.
Yeah, sorry calling them the pins. It's just another terminology that we use sometimes in volleyball.
Some very high balls in this game.
This is turning into probably the longest rally of the
Oh,
match.
you're actually allowed to use your feet, so that was perfectly fine, but just didn't manage to get it up off the ground enough.
Yep, in volleyball you can pretty much use any body part you want.
Yep. As long as it's within the 3 touches.
Oh, a tight set there
Oh.
by Johan, but they got away with it.
Net touch there.
Alani's eyes lit up, I think,
Yeah.
there.
Got a bit too excited, I think, there. Thought, I want to get this to sand, but the hands dragged down too fast.
Mike's gone back to a jump float.
Ooh. Bit of a scud there is what we'd call it in volleyball. Bit of a miss hit. Just not getting the wrist around it or the hand around the ball.
So we're back to 9-9 now. And that wind, the breeze has definitely turned around.
Yep.
Earlier on, I'd say the end that Mike's serving from was actually the better end to be at, but now it's not. You're serving with the wind at that end. It just showed on that. Just wind grabbed the ball a little bit, just took it out the back.
Yeah, just went a bit long.
Alani would be a little bit frustrated with that serve. It didn't really give it a chance. It is very warm here. It's actually warmer inside our commentary tent.
Yeah.
Why we've got a black commentary tent, I don't know.
No.
So there we go, 2 hits called by the referee on the set, and
Oh.
that can be quite common. That
Yeah.
got to be so clean setting the ball in beach volleyball. The referee or umpire will give no leeway at all, especially at this level.
Into our technical timeout. So there's 1 per set when the score equals 21. Players get a break, referees get a break. So big thank you to the main sponsor, GJ Gardner Homes, here for this event and the other 3 that'll be played. Also, Nelson's local sponsors, Proper Hand Crisps, the Chia Seed Sisters and Little Beauties. Also thank you to Nelson City Council, Allo Up for keeping us sun smart, Dirty Dogs for the eyes and sunglasses. Beach Dares is one of the operators of this event, and obviously Mikasa Balls for supplying us with the new balls on this tour.
Yep, definitely Libby. Sponsors, we can't do it without them. They do an awesome job.
So back on the court now. Point goes to Tom and Alani. Not sure what happened, but Mike didn't quite manage to pick that one up.
Another missed serve from Nicklin and Hartles.
Yeah, this end of the set, you don't really want to be making too many errors. You want to make it as easy on yourselves as possible.
Well, especially Libby when you're working so hard to get back into the match and
Yep.
win the set. Good hustle from Tom there.
Oh,
Again, Johan being huge at the net there.
yeah. Using that to his advantage and seeing that the rest, half of the court had no one in it, so push the ball there and win the point.
Not that Alani had a lot of options there.
No, it was very tough.
There we go, Mike with that jump serve again, but you'll note that he's bringing out his jump serve into the
Awesome
wind.
over line there, but Mike just being able to pick it up.
That was a fantastic up by Mike.
Great rally there.
Yeah. Hate to say it, but that point was all Mike.
Yeah. Little man's doing well.
Oh, that up in the back court, keep the rally
Amazing.
alive, and then the cut at the end there to win the point. Can't keep him out of the game sometimes. Mind you, when it's two-a-side, it's pretty hard to be out of the game.
Another tough swing from Alani.
It was good, it was there to hit. I think it was the right thing to do. I just don't want this to get away from them. I just want to keep it tight. Good up by Tom. Can he win the point, turn that defence into a good result?
Oh, Mike!
Oh, there we go. There's a yellow card.
Yellow card given to Alani, I believe.
So yellow card in volleyball, all it is a caution. It's not a loss of point, but it's just really saying, hey, you've been a naughty boy, don't do that again.
Yep. Just a warning. You don't want the red card. That's when you lose points.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, it's just out of a little bit of frustration. That was all.
Yep.
It wasn't directed at anyone as such. Sometimes you just need that little outburst. You just can't help yourself. When you're playing at this level and it's everything on the line, it just happens from time to time.
I've kicked many balls away and I've been yellow carded. I know how he feels.
Yeah, I won't talk about any of my indiscretions over the years as a coach.
They're just wrapping it up on the score sheet at the moment. Got to note it down. Johan to serve.
Nice clean set. Good peel off by Mike Watson.
Nice high reach too.
Mike Watson's taken a little bit of control of this set, back end of this set at the moment.
Yep. He's playing extremely well.
Yeah, very error free at the moment. He seems to want it at the moment, like his work rate and his energy is at a very, very high level.
Agree.
I personally don't know the man, so don't think I'm talking about him like this because he's my best friend.
Awesome point there for Nicklin and Hartles. Great swing by Tom.
They're not going away. If I can get a point or two off serve here, close it right up. They're right in this set.
That will hurt a little bit.
Mike Watson jump float. Lani with a nice pass. Can he kill this? Mike Watson just seems to be reading everything in the backcourt.
Yep. He's all over the place, that man.
And with Johan, you know, setting quite a big block, he's taking a fair bit of the rest of the court out, so he's making Mike's job a little bit easier as well.
Timeout called by Tom and Alani.
I just wonder too, with Tom and Alani, that second ball's quite high, and whether that wind's just doing enough with it, it's just affecting
Yeah.
their, you know, what they're trying to do with it at the end there to win the point.
Well,
But again, you know, we're pretty much getting very close to the end of this two-day tournament, which has been fantastic. And most of these players will be moving on to the next one up north in
Ruakaka.
Ruakaka in a week's and a half time, I think. And I honestly will be looking forward to getting it back here in Nelson next year as well. I think the Nelson City Council have been awesome supporters of this the last 2 years by throwing a few dollars our way. And I do think Dave Miller with Beach Jazz the last couple of years, what he's done with beach volleyball New Zealand, you know, it's always going to be a work in progress, but to get it to where it is in such a short time for the volleyball community is fantastic.
It's just amazing.
It is, and with the support of VNZ as well, doing an awesome job. I think that whole volleyball community really appreciates the work.
Yep. Just getting caught, not peeling off quite quick enough. It was a very fast play, I must say, though.
It was, Libby. I think, unfortunately, 2 points off championship. Johan and Mike have, as soon as I say that, but they do seem to have an element of control in the set at the moment.
Yeah.
So Lani to serve, trying to serve down that seam. There's that little short set again, very hard to defend.
They've been doing that very well this game.
Championship point, Libby.
Yeah, here we are, match point.
Time has come. Can they do it? First opportunity. Johan conservative, just putting the ball over.
Great work by Tom to keep that in. That was quite a wide set there.
Yeah, it was. He really bedded the ball there. He couldn't have done much more with that. Right, have we got something special to finish on? Let's see.
Oh, there you have it.
Yep, back-to-back champions, Johan Timmer and Mike Watson, and to be honest, Libby, I'd say well deserved. They pretty much did control that final.
They had control of that. I can't even count how many unforced errors because I don't think there was many.
No, and Alani and Tom certainly gave it everything as well, and they were worthy finalists. Just wasn't their day today, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, all finished here until next time.
Yep. I think we'll have some final words from the winners in a few seconds.
They'll be coming over, but last big thank you to just all the sponsors down here. It's been amazing and great support from you all.
Yep, and thanks Libby for stepping up doing some commentary.
First time.
Yeah, same as. We're a little bit out of our depth. Well, we thought we were, but who knows. So, yeah, rock on to the next tournaments. They'll be on Sky Next as well, the semis and the finals. And we look forward to you all watching a little bit more beach volleyball action in the near future.
Absolutely brilliant final, and the victors are the defending champs 2 years in a row, Mike Watson, Johan Timmer. How does that one feel, Mike?
It feels awesome. We had a plan, we stuck to it and it came off. It's super satisfying.
And what was their plan, Johan? You just seem so controlled out there in the final.
I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, I was going to say serve to a position, block to a position. Just strategies that obviously we'll play them a couple of weeks. They know us very well, we know them very well, so it's kind of cat and mouse. We know next time we'll play them, they'll be firing again.
Be aggressive and have fun. That was it.
Be aggressive and have fun. So obviously a great crowd here in Nelson, a wonderful place to play beach volleyball.
Yeah, it's outstanding. You know, What better place to play, to be honest. Great crowd, nice and sunny. Yeah, perfect sand. Yeah, we love it out here.
And you're just saying that you don't want to give too much away because this is the first of the GJ Gardner Homes New Zealand Beach Volleyball Tournament and Tour, I should say. So 4 more rounds, Johan.
Yeah, there is. A few things to work through before then. But after this tournament, I think maybe a rethink about things. But yeah, just obviously looking forward to it. The next one, Ruakaka. But I just want to... 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks,
Yeah, 2 weeks. But I just want to say huge thanks to obviously the tour, GJ Gardner, Nelson, getting behind the event. I mean, it's amazing to sort of play beach volleyball, have a crowd and support and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool to have.
Yeah, I think especially in such uncertain times, there's a lot of sports that haven't been able to get underway again after the pandemic. So thankfully, we're not one of them. We can get going. So I guess we're grateful for every tournament that we have.
And great to have this live on Sky Sport Next.
Yeah, thanks them as well. We'll have a rewatch.
Yeah, we'll be watching the replay later on for sure.
Well, congratulations to Mike and Johan, and good luck on the rest of the GJ Gardner New Zealand Beach Volleyball Tour.
Cheers.
You know there's a reason more customers choose one New Zealand company to build their homes. Trust.
GJ Gardner have worked up and down the country for over 20 years now.
And they've earned a solid reputation with Kiwis.
And you've just voted them Reader's Digest Most Trusted Home Builder again. So, if you're thinking about creating the home you've always wanted, talk to the team at GJ Gardner Homes, New Zealand's most trusted home builder, officially.
The digital age means that your sport events can now be streamed live to national and global audiences with flexible delivery across multiple devices and platforms. nzsport.tv and Digital Vision Live work together to create multiple solutions for online broadcasting of sport events. We believe we make a real difference and provide a better live streaming experience. We can interface seamlessly with all broadcast options including Sky Sport Live and Sky Sport Next and simulcast to social media and other live TV. Digital Vision Live has also developed our own platform that provides a reliable and consistent stream with superior quality and unlimited viewership, as well as on-demand playback. This gives us full control over the broadcast and means we can adapt to the many challenges of a live sports production. We can also add pay-per-view options. For seamless streaming and consistent quality away from land-based internet, we use multiple cellular networks and we work directly with providers to develop network solutions if needed. Best of all, however, with everything we do, we can provide off-site production via remote studio or virtual server with mixing of multiple cameras, remote commentary and online scoring. This means a lower footprint at the venue and reduced costs. Another advantage, you can access as much of the platform as you wish and make use of multiple playlists for archived games and highlights and embed them on your own website. Together, nzsport.tv and Digital Vision Live utilise a wealth of experience to provide quality streaming of local, national and international events. Anything live streaming in sport, you should be talking to us. We are sure we can help.